Superstar.
What's good, everybody? This is Superstar over here once again, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and thank you for all the support as usual. So today is Thursday, actually, and it's 1:23 in the morning. So technically it's Friday, but anyway, we usually like to try to do some big releases, well, they're always big releases, but we try to do releases usually on the weekends or instead of just kind of being random. And we haven't released anything in IndustryKits in a little while. It's been a few weeks or so, so we wanted to go ahead and bring you something special. So now, a lot of the times I always say, like, this is, a big release for me that I've been looking forward to and stuff like that. And a lot of the times, it always is. Like, almost every release we put out is something that we've worked on for a while. And I'm, like, excited to get it to you guys and excited to see, whoever picks it up, what you guys say about it, and if you really loved it or, what you like the most about it, so on and so forth. But this one right here, it's especially special for me just because I don't think you can see the screen back there. It's a really small image, so you probably can't really tell. But, you already know by the video, the name of the video. I always forget that you can already see what's up by the name of the video before you click it. But, so yeah, as a lot of you are probably, I'm a huge fan of Star Wars. Like Star Wars, Dragon Ball Z, just anime in general. I know Star Wars is an anime. I don't really like the cartoons. I never really tried to get into them, but the movies and stuff, I'm an extremely huge fan of it. And then just of anime. If you looked at the shelf over there, what you've probably seen, in the studio tour, I have I don't even know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different Star Wars things up there. So yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan. So anyway, that's why this is really exciting for me. So now the way this came about, obviously this is a preset bank for Sylenth, and it's called the Star Wars Sylenth PresetBank. So the way it came about was me and a partner a while ago. This was months ago before I even moved to the new house. I was like, yo, we should make a bank that's like Star Wars based, and I was like, we should call it something like may the bass be with you or something. And it was going to be like, and the force be with you. It was going to be like an 808 based contact bank with like a really dope graphic look and stuff like that. But sadly that fell through, and me and the designer and everybody, we just couldn't come together on it. So I was like, all right, whatever, I guess it wasn't meant to be. But then recently another partner of mine came up out of nowhere like, yo, I've been working on, a preset bank with these really space-ish type, really crazy space sounds and stuff like that. Could you, take a look at it? Maybe we make some tweaks and then think of what we could call it, stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then he was just like, what about like some Star Wars shit? Because Star Wars is about to come out. I'm sure there's a lot of other Star Wars fans too. And these sound really Star Wars craziest. And I was like, that would be dope as fuck, actually, because I was already thinking about doing something like that before and it fell through. So maybe this is just like a calling, like, yo, it's meant to be that we release something, like that. So we went back over the bank and tweaked some sounds, made some different ones. You can see when we browse it that there's some that are named like C3PO and all types of stuff, all types of crazy names. And they really sound like the sounds from the movies. Like some of these, of course, they're not, Star Wars sounds. They're just real spaced out crazy sounds. They just sound like some intergalactic crazy shit that you could use really dope in like a Drake type beat, or any kind of beat really, But especially if you were trying to make something dark and ambient, this would be a really good go-to bank. But even if not, even if you were just making a really hard trap beat and you wanted some crazy spacey lead in the background doing some crazy shit, this thing has some crazy stuff in it. But even besides those, there are some sounds that we really did model specifically to sound like when R2, whatever. When I'm too pumped up right now, but when all the robots and everybody is talking, and it's like there's presets that we made that you can really just sit here and fuck around and it's some crazy shit. So it's better to just show you like I usually do instead of talking about it. So yeah, this is the Star Wars Sylenth PresetBank. Now by no means is this affiliated with Star Wars, of course. This is just fans being fans and inspired by the movie itself and the sounds in the movie and in the video games. The sounds are crazy. They always have, impeccable sound designers over there, even though they're just like little they're not like really, scored. Oh, well, of course they do have music scores and stuff, but we mean the synth sounds and stuff like that. They're always just little chops and stuff. They're never really presets. So yeah, this preset bank is really dope, and we're bringing it to you on the weekend, so hopefully some of you guys can pick it up. check it out, bang out with it on the weekend or whenever it is you can pick it up. And I'm pretty positive all of you are gonna definitely love it, and you can definitely see how dope it is. So now I'm gonna go over here, open up the PresetBank as I usually do, and go through some of the sounds for you and some more details about it, and then I'll let you guys pick it up and let's get to it. Alright, what's up everybody? So now we are over here on the computer tower in the studio. You should be able to see everything going on. As you can see, I have Sylenth opened up. Before we get started, as you can see, there are 64 presets in this bank, which is a nice amount of presets for the price. Like I said before, they're all like really just based on an ambient, well, not even ambient, some of them aren't, some of them are ambient, some of them aren't. They're just built on like crazy, just weird, different spacey type sounding, synth sounds. So you got, dark sounds and leads and pads and just all types of stuff. So that's what we're gonna do right now. It's just go through a bunch of the sounds. I'm gonna play, different kinds of melodies of different kind of genres, so you can get a feel that you can pretty much use them in any kind of beats. And yeah, we'll just go from there. You can use Sylenth. This is for Sylenth 2.2.1. That's what we made it in. So if you're one of the people who have had trouble getting 2.2.1.1, then you should be fine if you have 2.2.1. So besides that, also the name of the actual presets I'll be using are right here in this circle. I'm pretty sure my mouse kind of shows, you should be able to see the mouse cursor, but it's the one that says 3PO base. That's another thing. You'll see a lot of these. We named them in some, Star Wars type names, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. But those are the actual track names. Now, when I come up here and I'm selecting tracks from this list, these are not the real names. These are just names that I saved to do the demonstration with, and I just named them random stuff. So if you're one of the people, because I've had people buy preset banks and be like, yo, I bought this bank specifically for this sound that I heard you use in the video, and I've seen the name of it, but it's not in the bank, and I'm like, yo, the real name isn't that name that I'm selecting. It's the name in the VST itself. So if you're one of those people and you hear one of these sounds and you're like, oh shit, I need that sound, the name you're looking for is right here in a blue square where it says 001 3PO base. That whatever it says, that's the actual preset name that you'll find inside the bank when you get it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and just jump in here. Like I said, I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to go through a bunch of sounds. You might see me fiddling around with the cutoff on some of them, or just doing whatever, playing all different kinds of melodies. I'm going to try to give you a sense of, all the sounds I've saved, and just try to let you hear it. So hopefully you got a little snack and you can get some inspiration, and let's get it going. So all right, let's go ahead and jump in here. So there is a whole bunch of dope sounds in here. Like I said, you know, you can use these in all different kinds of beats, all different kinds of styles of music. As you can probably tell, I try to do all types of different types of, you know, styles. I mean, you can go in here. I mean, that's what music is all about, is innovation. You know, if you go on SoundClick or you go on SoundCloud or whatever, and you just look up, or you go to YouTube and you look up trap beat, 9 times out of 10, it's going to sound like the typical trap beat with the typical trap sounds that you're used to. And you're like, you know, even if it's banging, you're like, yeah, this is pretty dope. It's still like the same basic stuff. It's what you expected it to be. You know what I mean? Like pushing the boundaries and still being able to make something dope, but making it with crazy, you know, odd sounds. It is actually what's hot right now. If you pay attention, especially like to Drake, his beats be just like shit that you probably wouldn't have even thought was dope if you heard the beat by itself without him on it. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them you're like, what the fuck? But it's just artists are like really feeding into that simple, you know, sound where it's not doing too much, but the sounds that are in there are just like really powerful, you know, just really dope sounding and clean sounding, and it doesn't sound like anything else. So that's why banks like this and the OVO banks that we've brought you are really good tools to use to have just these crazy weird sounds that you can mold into some amazing beats, you know what I mean? And you can always feel free, you know, to go in here, and you'd be surprised of what you can change the sound into, you know, by going in here, mess with the cutoff, mess with some filters, throw on some phasers, detune it a little bit, do whatever you want, you know, all of these controls up here, and kind of tweak it into your own, you know, do some crazy chords with a crazy sound, and then do some weird ass, you know what I'm saying, lead with one of these weird ass leads, and then drop some drums in, and you'd be surprised how dope the beat actually sounds like that. And at the same time, it's original, you know what I mean? It doesn't just sound like the copy and paste, like, okay, I want to make a trap beat. Okay, so what do I have to do to make a trap beat? Well, I have to have a staccato brass sound from Nexus, or some type of dark hit sound that goes gong, go, 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 go. You know what I mean? It has to have that in there. You got to have some rolling hi-hats. You got to have a snare. We need some, you know, maybe a brass from somewhere. You know, we need these, you know, we need a synth sound that, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to follow that copy and paste method. Like, I need this sound from that plugin. I need that sound from that plugin. I need, you know, I need the little string fall hit. I need the little, what's it called? I need the little fucking, Kill Bill siren everybody's using. Like, I have to use these same sounds. Like, you don't have to use any of that, dude. Like, you can make a trap beat or an R&B beat or whatever kind of beat you want to make with your own sounds. Like, that's what's going to make you, you know, not your own sounds. Like, you know, if you buy these, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, not your own sounds you made, but just, you know, not sticking to no script. You can be like, fuck that. I'm going to use this crazy ass Star Wars lead in here with this psycho ass OVO bass sound in this other bank, and some crazy string sound from Contact, and whatever. Like, just pull shit that you like together and make it into some trap shit. And that's what people are really going for, you know, on the online sales and in the industry. Like, people are going for beats that you wouldn't think they would ever have went for in the past. Like, even the producers, I don't know how they even thought to make some of them, because they sound kind of, you're like, what the fuck is a weird ass sounding beat? But that's what's going right now. Like, I mean that's good too. That's what should always be going, is, you know, not that they all need to be weird, but just your own thing. Like, they don't have to be copy and paste. Like, I gotta make an anthem beat, so it's gotta sound like this. I gotta make a trap beat, so it's, you know what I mean? Like, take some crazy dope sounds and just throw them together and make something that you really think is dope. You know what I mean? And, you know, do it like that. But so anyway, this is already a long video. Hopefully you guys enjoy these sounds. Hopefully you pick them up. And you do some crazy, freaky shit with them. If you do pick them up, just tweet me and say, yo, check out this, you know, beat I made with the Star Wars bank, and, you know, send me like a SoundCloud link or something for me to check it out. Because I'd be, you know, I'd like to hear, or even in the comments below too here, if you want, so other people watching the video can actually check it out. I don't know if you can post links in my comments though, but if you can, you know, go ahead and, you know, post a link, because other potential customers might want to hear what some of you are able to do with these sounds. So yeah, thank you again for watching. IndustryKits.com. Definitely pick it up. It's definitely, I'm actually about to use one of these sounds right now because it kind of caught my ear. So while the video I edit is exporting, I'm going to go ahead and start something. It was the Sith Lord sign. Yeah, this right here. Got a couple sounds actually, this for the main and then a couple other sounds. But anyway, thank you all again. IndustryKits.com. Better sounds equals better beats, period. That's end of discussion. All right. Peace.